Hey everyone, it's Mel and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the app. In today's video, I wanted to do things a little bit differently. I'm gonna go ahead and do a chit chat and condition with me video. See what I did there? Idea came from You Love Megs. She will sit and talk about whatever topic she wants to talk about and put a conditioner in her hair while she's talking. So I decided I want to do the same thing too, so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. I've kind of gone back and forth on if I even want to do this video, but I'm basically going to be ranting about adulthood and about my struggle and things of that nature. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about it here on camera because I'm pretty sure other people are going through the same thing as well. It's not just me out here in these streets struggling. Okay, so why not talk about it together? So if you're going through a similar thing that I'm going through right now, go ahead and leave in the comment section down below what it is if you feel like sharing. Before we even get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and then hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a video, a upload, a picture, anything that's really on here. Just go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be notified. And let's get started. I'm in the middle of my wash day and I'm gonna go ahead and deep condition. I just rinsed out my hair and everything and stuff like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and section and put in my conditioner. Today's conditioner of choice is the African Pride Moisture Miracle Moroccan Clay and Shea Butter Detox and Soften Heat Activated Mask. I have talked about this mask here on my channel already, so if you want to know more information about this deep conditioner, then I'll leave that video for you guys in the cards above. But let's get started. So pretty much what I'm ranting and raving about is I graduated with my master's degree back in May, but I didn't officially get my degree until June because I still had some classes to take in the summertime. And honestly, y'all, if I would have known that finding a job in the area of where my parents live was going to be this difficult, I would have stayed down south, okay? Because I probably would have found a job already. But my goal is still to save enough money so that I could buy my first property on my own and pretty much help myself get up on my feet. Like, I'm just taking the necessary steps. I'm single, I'm not married or anything like that, so I have nothing tying me down to where I can't to where I can't really do things for myself. After I graduated, I did take a whole month off. Well, not after I graduated. After I finished my last semester of classes, I took a whole month off of not doing nothing because my program was extensive. It was very hard. It was a lot of work and sis was tired and I deserved that whole month of not doing nothing, okay? I didn't do anything. I didn't film. I didn't create. I didn't go anywhere. Literally, probably the first 2 weeks, all I did was sleep. Literally, all I did was sleep, and more sleep, honestly. And then after that, in, I want to say July is when I started applying jobs very seriously. And not July, August, I started applying for jobs very seriously and started going ham with applying to jobs and stuff since August. I wasn't working while I was in school, so I think that's another reason why it's so hard for me to get a job right now too, because I already had 2 years off from not working, you know, a corporate job or a 9-to-5 job. And then on top of that, now it's been a few more months on top of that. But basically my rant and rave is about how they tell you, I'm gonna just say they tell you to go to school. You get your bachelor's degree, you get your master's degree, you come out, and then you can't get a job. And it's like, I did what I was supposed to do, so why? Then they make us spend all this money on student loans and grants and all this different stuff that amounts to, I'm just throwing a number out there, $100,000, but then you only getting paid like $50K. How am I supposed to pay the government back? How? Tell me, please. I'm gonna wait. Anywho, so basically I got my degree in biomedicine at Berry. If you guys want a video on how that was, let me know. I'll actually record a video, because that program was actually fire. It was just hard. But they actually care about you being successful, and they care about you getting to your next destination. For me, my next destination was dental school, but I opted out of dental school, not because I didn't get accepted or anything of that nature. It has to do with something completely different. I'll probably do a video on that like later on on my channel, but just know that I am no longer going to dental school. You heard it here first if you haven't heard it yet. And I don't regret my decision on that at all. Not even a little bit. I thought I was gonna be like, dang, did I make the right decision? But I feel like when you start to think for yourself and think about yourself, making decisions for yourself become a lot easier. So that'll be a whole nother video if I ever decide to do that video, but sis ain't going to dental school anymore. And finding a job with my degree has been very hard. I think either I don't have enough experience or I'm just overqualified, and it's been rough out here in these streets, okay? It's been hard, and it's been hard to not like get discouraged, because I'm literally here in my parents' house every single day, literally trying to keep myself busy. And with that, it's me applying to jobs or creating content, and just being proactive and keeping myself busy and productive, because I don't want to fall into no state of depression. And even though some days I'm just like over it, because applying for jobs is literally a job. You just not getting paid for it, literally, because it's a lot of work. Y'all, I still haven't even put conditioner in my hair yet. Anyways, so I'm gonna try to move as fast as I can. That's how I've been feeling. And whenever my parents come home, I just feel like a freaking bum, because they come home and it's like, well, what did you do today? And it's like you kind of been in the same spot all day, but you have been doing something. And when I mean that, like if I'm editing, most times I'm on my bed, like laying down editing, or I'm sitting at my desk. If I'm applying for jobs, it's literally the same exact thing as well. So it's just, I just feel like I'm not doing enough, even though for myself, I really am doing enough, because it's not like I'm not doing anything to the point where you come home and find me in the same spot, but like I'm watching TV or doing something that is not useful of creating the future that I said that I want for myself. I could definitely say that. But just sitting around, like not having a job, not being able to help around the house financially or whatever, it's actually pretty difficult. And I don't know if there's anybody out there who can relate to that, but I'm not gonna lie, like I legit feel like a bum. I've been working, I've had a job since the age of 16, so to not be working now is like foreign to me. So, and granted, in real life, I don't even think I really want to work for someone, but in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, it says that you want to use your 9-to-5 job to basically fund the business that you're trying to create for yourself. If you are wanting to be an entrepreneur, or just have a business for yourself, another source of income, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's been hard out here for a pimp. I've been asking for help in all directions. I'm actually even considering moving back down south, because I mean, at this point, we're about to hit 6 months with no job, literally, and I don't think I can go any longer without a job. And a lot of you are probably wondering, well, why haven't you gotten like a regular job, like working at Walmart or working at another location? And maybe I am being picky, but I ain't just spent 2 years to go work at Walmart. Like, I ain't just spent 2 years of my whole life getting a degree, suffering. And people who've been around me know, like, when I'm studying, I'm studying. Like, it's a for real thing for me. Like, people saw the struggle, and I'm not about to work at Walmart after I did all that struggling. And it's no shade to Walmart. It's no shade to any job that's similar to Walmart. But I just feel like I'm an educated Black woman, and I'm extremely smart. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a smart person, and you know, I have great characteristics when it comes to professionalism and being organized and all that stuff. But here we are, y'all, with no job, just literally going with the flow and faking it till we make it. I've changed my resume and stuff like that. I'm even at the point of taking my master's degree like off of my resume just so that I could actually find something for now until I get the job that I'm supposed to be in or whatever. But I'm just ranting and like getting this off my chest so that I don't stay in a state of being discouraged, because it's real easy. It's real easy to get discouraged, especially if you spend like most of your days by yourself in the house. Ain't nobody here. You in your thoughts. It's quiet. You could fall into a state of depression real quick. And I refuse. Like, I refuse for that to happen. So that's why I'm here speaking my truth, letting y'all know sis don't got no job. And just being very transparent with you guys. And if there's anybody that's going through the same thing, like, we're gonna get through it, and this season in our life is only temporary. And I'm starting to really think that this is my season of like waiting on God. Like, I'm a very impatient person, so God is probably like, all right, I'm gonna teach you how to be patient. And here we are with no job. Lord, I learned my lesson. We good or not? And then like working very hard to become a influencer on social media and stuff like that is hard too, because when you go on social media, you see a lot of people who are already successful on, you know, in their influencing career and stuff, and you start to compare yourselves to them. And not only that, like, there's a lot of brands out here who are very motivating when it comes to, you know, start that dream that you want to start, or start that business that you want to start, or whatever the case may be. But these are the same businesses that are not willing to give you an opportunity due to your numbers or your inexperience, when there's something about you that is unique, that's different, that can take their company to the next level. But if they're not giving you the opportunity out here, then what can you do? You can't really do anything. So it's just been a frustrating little journey. And if you're fresh out of undergrad or fresh out of getting your master's and it's been a struggle for you to get a job like myself, hang in there, sis, bro. Like, we got this. And remember that you are enough, because it be having you feel like you don't amount to anything, and that's the devil. Literally, that's the devil talking in your ears. So yeah, I'm just here to rant and to tell y'all to stay encouraged, and me trying to take my own advice as well, because it's been rough. Like, I'm used to helping. I'm used to being able to provide for myself. I'm literally that Black independent girl that is stereotyped these days for being independent and Black, but whatever. And I'm really just praying to God that something comes for me soon, because like, I'm literally starting to worry, like, how are things about to get paid and stuff, because adulting is the absolute ghetto. Like, but yeah, I feel like my rant is over. Like, I don't really have I feel like I don't really have much to really say anymore, but that's where I'm at. And I'm just trying to find a job within my master's degree, and just work until I reach the goals that I've already set for myself. I have like a 3-year plan, y'all, and that 3-year plan is getting pushed back because we're, like I said before, hitting 6 months without having a job. Can we talk about resumes real quick? I'm like all over the place with this video, but like I said, I'm ranting, so here we are, ranting. Coming fresh out of my master's, a lot has changed in 2 years, or probably it has changed actually before 2 years, but just in the circumstance that I was in at the time, it was easy for me to get a job pretty much. But now, bitch, getting a job now is like a marathon. You're running a freaking marathon, literally. You have to, the way like resumes are done, like, if you guys don't know, like, I don't think real people are actually reading your resumes. Maybe in some locations, like real people, live people, like, who can read are really reading these resumes. And then I think there's other people who have like a computer technology system that like weeds out resumes that don't have like specific keywords and things of that nature. And I have changed my cover letter and my resume about 50 times. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like, I can't even, I feel like you can't make stuff like this up. Like, you just can't make this up. Maybe I'm doing things wrong. So if you guys feel like you know more about the workforce or about getting a job with how things are different in today's society, leave those comments and suggestions and all that stuff down in the comment section below, because I'm willing to do whatever it is that I have to do to get a job, to be able to support myself and basically survive, you know, because it's been a little rough. It's definitely been a little rough and very discouraging. And I've been trying my best to not like have a breakdown, but when you trying to figure out, even though the Bible says like, do not worry about tomorrow, because worry about today, do not worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own problems. You still be worrying about tomorrow because you're trying to figure out how these monthly bills about to get paid. Like, these bills don't care if you don't have no job. Like, you think they care? They don't care. Run them they money, okay? They want their money. Granted, I'm truly blessed that I even have the opportunity to live with my parents still, because I know some people, y'all get kicked out at the age of 18. Whew, thank God for being Haitian, because I could never. I'm trying to think to myself, like, how was I even gonna be able to survive at 18? Because I was restricted. If you're Haitian and you were Haitian young lady, then you already know, like, restriction was something real for us, unless your parent was always working and you could do whatever you wanted to do. Bro, I was not even able to go to freaking basketball games, and the school was literally down the street. Like, so when I turned 18 and I had just a little bit more freedom, and I was in community college at the time, like, I didn't know what to do with myself, because I never had the guidance and like what was happening in the real world, because mom took care of everything. She made the appointment, she made the doctor's appointment, she made the eye doctor appointment, she made whatever appointment I needed. I honestly don't think I made an appointment for myself until I turned like 22. Like, because in college, when I moved to go to FAU, like, she would be like, okay, you have an appointment when you come for Christmas break. I still wasn't doing that, you know? So ain't nobody tell us how to live for real, how to do this life by ourselves. Like, once you get in the real world, it is not for the weak, okay? Being an adult is... So all my kids that are watching this video right now, stay a kid as long as you can. It's a trap. Don't ever let somebody think you're supposed to be grown. It's a trap. They tried us, sis. They lied to us. The only freedom that you have is doing whatever you want to do. But even that is not even okay, because that could be like a bad thing for you, honestly. So I could honestly say that maybe sometime last week, I literally was so upset at the fact that it was like I was applying to jobs. There was one job that I applied to, and I want to say maybe 15 minutes after I applied, they already rejected me. And I was so hot, because I'm like, how did you already see if I would be a fit for this company or not? Or how do you already know that I'm not a fit for this company? I could change your whole company's world, okay? And make things run smoother than they're already running, but you don't want to give me an opportunity. So, you know, and I think we're also in a season in terms of our society where nobody's trying to what's the word? Nobody's trying to train anybody anymore. Like, train somebody how to do the job and then keep it pushing. Like, I feel like certain jobs don't want to do that. They want somebody who's already qualified, already have the experience, fill the shoes, do what you got to do. I don't need to tell you what to do, and call it a day, and then they pay you. But I feel like there has to be some type of general system that works in order for us to be able to work together as a team. I'm back on fun. Like, I don't understand. I say all this to say that whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is, don't give up, because no matter what you do in life, it's going to be hard. I've been hearing this from one of my friends for a lot as of recently. He's always telling me, like, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So if this life was easy, if, you know, finding the specific job under my degree was easy, then everybody would have been doing it. And I guess that's why it's hard for me to find a job. I don't know. But I think I'm more so mad at knowing that I have 2 degrees and I can't get a job because I have 2 degrees. And they don't tell you this in college. Like, when you are obtaining your degrees, they don't tell you, like, well, just to let you know, it's going to be a little difficult for you to get a job if you have these 2 degrees. They don't tell you that. Like, they would never. Not to put universities and schools out there like that, but y'all are a whole scam, okay? A whole scam. But yeah, that's where I'm at in life, you guys. Applying for jobs, looking for jobs, calling places, asking them, like, is this position still available? Then they say yes. Then you apply for it, or you call to check the status of your application. Oh, it hasn't been viewed. There was one job. Let me tell you about this one job, y'all. This is how I know women can be detectives, because we do it, okay? There was this one job that I knew that I qualified for it because I already had the experience for it. So I'm like, all right, I might be able to get this job because the experience that they are asking for, I qualify in that. And I have a degree and everything. And I know the knowledge of how these programs work on the computer and stuff like that. So I was like, I might be the right person for this job. And after my interview, the boss was like, oh, the manager was like, he's gonna call me to let me know if I got the job or if I didn't get the job. Y'all, I never got a phone call. I want to say a week went by, I didn't get no phone call. So I was like, let me do the adult thing and call and ask for the status of my application, because there could be a lot going on right now. So let me just call and find out, you know, what's really good in the hood. When I did call, I already knew, like, the ladies that work there because I did my research for the company. And so I already knew who, like, worked, like, front desk and stuff of that nature because of doing my research. They're online. You could see it for yourself or whatever. And so when I did it, when I called, another young lady answered the phone, and I was asking her about the status of my application, and she was like, oh, I'm not sure, but let me just take your name down and number. But the ladies who would normally pick up the phone didn't answer the phone. And this was a whole completely different person. And I've been in contact with these people for over a week. No, I want to say over 2 weeks, going back and forth via email and on the phone, and then actually going in an in-person interview. So when another young lady answered the phone and it was a completely different name, completely different person talking on the phone, I already knew they filled the position that I wanted to get with that young lady. And me calling was for me to confirm that, because after that, since they ain't never called me back. Okay, they ain't never tell me my status of my application. And that's another thing too, like, these jobs are not even willing to tell you, some jobs are not willing to tell you that you didn't get the job. So you're over here waiting to see if you got it, but you didn't get it. So you kind of just wasting your time waiting, thinking that you got it, but you didn't get it. Y'all, just a whole mess out here in these streets. Like, and I knew that I qualified. That's when I was crushed, because normally the longest that it's ever taken me to find a job is 2 months. So this 6-month stretch, and at my age, oh no, it's been heavy on a cis ego, okay? It's been real heavy on a cis ego. And then you got to calm the ego stuff down, because God's not going to bless you with an ego. And it's also, I realized finding a job too is also about the people that you know. If somebody is willing and able to help you get a job, I'm not saying that I don't really have anybody in my corner, but I don't have anybody where I'm at right now. Like, where my parents live, there's not really somebody I could reach out to and be like, so, y'all hiring? To people who I've been talking to about jobs, they can attest that I've probably already spoken to them already, or they already have my resume on file, and I'm just waiting to hear something. But yeah, a whole mess out here. Just a whole mess. Like, I know when I have kids, oh, I'm telling them everything. Like, I'm gonna tell you, this is what mom went through and stuff. And just hearing other people's story of how they had to wait for a while before they got a good job, a good paying job, is very encouraging as well. Because so I will be coming back on YouTube when I finally get a job, and let y'all know that sis is in the clear. We're good. We got this. We making a little coin. Just a little bit. But I can definitely say that this experience has humbled me so much, because when sometimes God will see that you're so used to something, and then he'll just take it away from you so that you can draw nearer to him, one, and then like fall on your knees and be humble, because he had to remind you who he was real quick. You thought you were the boss, but you're not the boss of your life. God is. So, but I have a lot of questions for him, like, sir, what were you trying to teach me? Even though I know my lesson right now is definitely patience, because I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But don't worry, y'all. I'll be back on my feet. And I'm honestly saying these things to encourage myself as well, because there's some days that I'm like, you know what? If it was up to me, I would have been a stripper already. Like, if it was up to me. So everybody who's in school right now, keep going. Do what you gotta do for you. Don't let nobody discourage you. It may look rough right now in this season, because it is rough, but you're gonna get through it. And you know, try your best to try to get a job already lined up before you even graduate, so you don't have to go through what I'm currently going through right now. And I do want to put like a disclaimer out there as well. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I came on here to complain, because I know when I did my natural 4C rant, a lot of people had a lot to say about, you know, me not being able to embrace my hair and things of that nature. But I feel like everybody's entitled to vent when they're going through something, because that's where mental illness comes from. And I know a lot of us, me included, I'm not subjected to this. I am not opted out in this one. We all like suppress our emotions and our feelings and don't talk about things, or we'll say like we're okay when we're not okay, just so that, one, people can stay out of our business, two, so that we're not embarrassed, and just being fearful of being vulnerable with the wrong person. So I just feel like it's harder to talk about these things, especially when somebody always got something to say. Like, somebody always got something to say. Like, I don't know why I have half my hair untwisted and the other half twisted. I was just trying to get hair out the way. Now that we got it out the way, I'm untwisting it. I'm back on it. Don't judge me. I'm just all over. This is pretty much how my life looks like right now. We are in shambles. Okay. We have organization over here, and then we have chaos on this side. Like, that's literally my life right now. Like, you could never get too much down in the dumps to where you forget that you are enough. And something that I keep reminding myself that I want you guys to also think about too is like, God always uses the unqualified to do somebody who is qualified's work. And that's probably also another reason why I still don't have a job yet, because maybe God is preparing a job for me that I'm not even qualified for. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. I was talking about the qualified, right? But yeah, just as I tell you guys to stay encouraged, I'm really telling myself to stay encouraged and to keep my head up and to just keep moving forward, and to not let other people's successes determine what my life outcome is. There is something that I did see on social media. I don't have my phone near me, so I can't really read it verbatim, which I kind of wish I could read it verbatim for you guys. But it was basically saying that we as kids remember saying like, at 25, I need to be married, have kids, already have my house and all these things. But the older you get, you realize like it's not that easy to obtain those things. And a lot of people are in positions where they probably are married, but they're not happy in their marriage, but they only did it because they thought that that was the route that they had to go to in order to be who they were supposed to be, or who God called them to be, when in fact, it's not. My time might not be until I'm 35. And when I say my time, I mean like me actually having my kids, me actually having the house that I want, the car that I want, all these like things that we try to get to keep up with the Joneses when the Joneses is not even real. They can't even keep up with themselves. Okay, so if you thought you were trying to keep up with the Joneses, sis, stop trying to keep up with them because they can't even keep up. Okay, and you know, we got to remember, like, there is no age limit on when we are supposed to reach these certain goals. And I have to constantly remind myself that. I mean, I told myself I was going to be married, like, with my first child in a home at the age of 25. Since we pushing 30, okay? And we are still single, no kids, no man. Like, we just out here. So it just goes to show, like, the plans that this is why Jesus laughs at our plans, because he already knows what's going to pass. When I tell you I could be in a rut, I literally turn my rut into, okay, let's start editing, or okay, let's work on my media kit, or like, okay, let's work on this resume, or let's see where I have to what I have to do to try to get certain qualifications so that I can get this specific job, to get that specific pay. Like, I literally have to talk to myself to make sure that I'm not like being productive or not doing what I gotta do to stay proactive and to stay out of my head and to not like fall into the trap of I'm not enough. You know what I mean? So like I said before, like I'm just trying to stay encouraged. If anybody is going through this same thing, I want y'all to stay encouraged as well, because it is really hard out here in these streets. Even as an entrepreneur, like the people who are really taking entrepreneurship seriously, and I just want to say shout out to our people, because we are going ham right now with entrepreneurship. Just keep going and just trust the process and read. Like, when I tell you read books. Like, reading is really, really fundamental in trying to figure things out. Like, literally how I'm learning about this whole application process is either reading blogs or finding books online that are for free to just read, to better understand how things are working in today's society now. Because when you're studying all the time, technically you're under a rock, you're under a shell, not really knowing what's going on in the real world. And now being out in the real world, you have no guidance because you were focused on something for so long. So yeah, you guys, just stay encouraged and keep pushing. And this is for everybody. Like, if you're trying to get that promotion at the job that you already are at, and they over here trying to give it to Sally and Sue, just keep working even harder. My mom was telling me too, like, the only reason why they probably are not hiring you is because they see you have a master's and they know that their job requires a master's, and you can just up and take their place. People are already like intimidated by us, and we ain't even step foot in the door. We ain't even knock on the door yet. You understand me? Like, that's wild to know somebody's intimidated by me just based upon like me being Black and me having 2 degrees. That's wild. Who would have thought, right? And you over here trembling at your interview. I'll keep y'all updated on what happens next, but we're pretty much done conditioning here. I'm just gonna take all my twist out and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much my rant, you guys, about the workforce and just trying to find a job and staying encouraged in the process of trying to find a job and things of that nature. Again, I'm gonna just continue to tell y'all to stay encouraged and keep fighting the good fight, and make sure you document your process, whether it's by pictures or emails or just journaling, because later down we're not gonna be here by the time 2020 is over. Like, to even talk about 2020 being over is beyond me, but like, we're not gonna be the same individuals. We're not gonna be in our same situation. Life is gonna be so different. Like, we grow as individuals every year, and life is never, the same. So I'm about to put my hair under a plastic a plastic cap or whatever, and then I'm gonna sit under the dryer for like 30 minutes, and I'll continue my wash day. of just styling my hair and putting it away and calling it a day. But yeah, you guys, that's all I wanted to come on here and talk about. And like I said before, just comment in the comment sections down below what other things you guys think that I can do or work on in terms of applying to these jobs online. And just know that if things are not happening, it's just not the right time. And then when they do happen, everything gonna be like, they just open the floodgates and everybody calling you, right? You don't even know what job to pick. So just stay encouraged, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this little journey that I'm going through, and help others stay encouraged as well. But keep yourself busy so that you're not like in the rut of like, so you're not in your mind about feeling like you're not enough or that things are not going to happen for you or whatever. Stay busy, you know, keep yourself busy. If you have like hobbies that you do those hobbies. If you go to the gym, sis, work out, go work out, get that, like take that stress away and do whatever you got to do. But I'm going to say this for everybody. Stay encouraged. I don't care if you have a job, you don't have a job, you don't like the job that you're at, you're hoping to get into a different job, you're still in school, wherever you are at in life, just stay encouraged and know that the situation that you're in right now is only temporary, and know that you're a lot stronger than you think you are. Like, I don't know how bills are going to get paid next month, like on some real, like, I'm being so serious, but I do believe that because I've gotten to this point so far, I'm going to be okay. And I want you to know that you're going to be okay. But you can't just be sitting on your butt not doing anything, because then you're really not going to be okay. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but sometimes you're the reason why, you know, things are not happening for you. You're stopping yourself from being at where you said you want to be. Like, you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow was like 3 years ago, sis. What are you doing? You know what I mean? So every day I try to apply to at least 5 jobs. On days where I'm not editing or I don't have to film anything, I'll spend all day applying for jobs. I think I've applied for over maybe 200 jobs so far. And I'm still constantly applying to jobs, just because we can easily get into a habit of just not doing anything. Like, oh, I don't have a job. Well, I don't have a job, as opposed to, dang, I don't have a job. Like, what am I going to do to be able to get a job? And that's for any circumstance. Like, there's always a way to figure out how to do something. And right now I'm just learning and trying to figure out like what's the next best thing for myself in this situation. Like honestly, sometimes you just have to trust your process and know that things are going to get better and that you are in control of what happens to you in your own life. So if you want to make that money, honey, you got to put yourself in a position to where you can make that money. So I'm not in a position yet, but I'm trying my darnest to get to that position. So that is the end of this video, you guys. Again, please stay encouraged for whatever you're going through in terms of your career, in terms of being in school, whatever it is that you're going through. Just know that you are enough and that you just have to keep pushing and keep moving forward and not letting... It's okay to have your bad days, though. I'm not saying you can't cry and can't have your bad days. It's okay to have some type of emotion about what you're going through, but then you gotta pick up your mat and go home. You better pick up your mat and go home now, because God's gonna take care of it. And I just have to keep constantly remember that, because we be acting like we control everything. We really don't control nothing out here in these streets. That's why God stay laughing at us, because he's like, you thought you was gonna get the job, but I got something better for you. I just need you to wait. And this waiting game is rough. But again, stay encouraged. You got this. To everybody out here who about to graduate, shout out to you. To everybody who about to get their promotion or already got a promotion, just starting off 2020 with a bang, congratulations. And to all my folks who feel like they're depressed or just discouraged or just feel like they're not enough, you are enough, and a door eventually is going to open for you. God said, ask and you shall receive. If you don't ask, you're not going to receive anything. He said, knock for an opportunity. You better go knock at that door, sis. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to keep rambling and keep saying the same thing if I keep talking. So I'm going to leave y'all with stay encouraged. Keep your head up. Mope if you have to. Rest if you have to. But don't give up. Keep going. Enjoy your process. And look back on your process so you could see, reflect on your process so you could see how far you've come. And that is it. I hope that this video leaves you inspired or motivated. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Peace.